Hi guys, welcome to the new video. I hope you're all doing well. So in today's video, I'm going to discuss about the differences between IELTS and CELPIP. Whenever you're going to give an exam for your immigration, you're always going to get confused in whether to give IELTS or CELPIP. So today I'm going to help you make a choice. So I personally have given both IELTS and CELPIP. I scored an 8 bands on the IELTS exam, whereas the highest CLB level on the CELPIP exam. And if you are struggling to get a high score on any of the exams, you can book a one-on-one session with me. The link is in description and I can help you boost your score. So the first major difference between both the exams is that IELTS can be given either on computer or on paper, whereas CELPIP is only computer based. So if you're comfortable on a paper based exam, then definitely IELTS is your only choice. So the second difference is the price of both the exams. IELTS exam costs you somewhere between $310 to $335 plus taxes, whereas the CELPIP exam is $280 plus taxes. And the third difference is the locations where both the exams are available. So IELTS is available in 5 major provinces like Ontario, Quebec, Manitoba, Alberta, and British Columbia, whereas CELPIP can be given all over Canada at various locations. Next, CELPIP is basically a Canadian based exam. So you'll notice that all the sections in the CELPIP exam are mostly Canadian. The listening accent would be mostly Canadian, whereas IELTS is accepted in other countries as well. So the native speakers in the IELTS exam might be from Canada, UK, USA, New Zealand, or Australia. So if you are currently living in Canada and you're working in an environment where you day to day talk to a lot of Canadians, then definitely CELPIP is a plus point there. Alright, so now let's jump into the different sections of both the exams and see what the major differences are. First, we'll start with the listening section. The listening section on the IELTS exam is 30 to 35 minutes, whereas the listening section on the CELPIP exam is 1 hour. This is because there is a major difference between both the listening sections. On the IELTS exam, you listen and you answer the questions at the same time, whereas on the CELPIP exam, you hear the entire listening first and then you see the questions and answer them. The second difference is that there is a huge possibility you might do any spelling mistakes on the listening exam for IELTS because there are no options and you just have to listen and answer. Whereas on the CELPIP exam, each question has 4 answers, whether it's a fill in the blank or any other type of question. And you also have to only select your answer from one of those choices, so you can't do a spelling mistakes. So there are different sections of listening on the CELPIP exam. And one of the sections is not just listening, it also has a video in it. So you not only have to listen but also have to see the video and look at the people who are in that video. You have to notice what each of them is wearing and what are the expressions on those people's faces. Also, the CELPIP listening is more suitable for people with turbans as compared to IELTS, because on the CELPIP listening exam, you have the option to adjust the volume according to your own needs, whereas you do not have this option on IELTS. So this is an extra advantage for people who want to adjust the volume according to their needs. Alright, let's come to the second section, that is the reading section. And the reading section on both IELTS and CELPIP are mostly similar except from a few minor differences. So basically the IELTS exam has 3 different sections on reading, whereas the CELPIP exam has 4 different sections. Also, there is no timer on the IELTS exam's reading sections, whereas there is a timer on all the 4 sections for the reading of CELPIP. Thirdly, the major difference is that on the IELTS exam, there are no options while you are giving the answers. There are options, but only in a few questions, whereas on the CELPIP exam, all the questions has options, so you have to select amongst those options. Let's jump into the writing section now. But before that, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please do that, because I make a lot of informative content on students' life in Canada and it might be very helpful for you. So the writing section on both the exams is almost similar apart from a few minor differences. The writing section on the IELTS exam is for 1 whole hour, whereas the writing section on the CELPIP exam is separately timed for both the tasks. So there is 26 minutes you get for first task and 27 minutes you get for the second task. Second major difference is that on the IELTS exam, if you write, they do not suggest you if you have wrong spellings, whereas on the CELPIP exam, it's quite similar to if you are typing on a Word document. So in case you do any spelling mistakes, it's going to suggest you and you can go and check and change your spellings according to the suggestions. Let's come to the fourth section, which is speaking. Now, speaking is very different on both the exams. The first major difference is that on the IELTS exam, speaking is conducted by an interviewer. So you have to talk to a person and give speaking to a person, whereas on the CELPIP exam, there is no interviewer. The questions come in front of you and you have to record all your answers. So on the IELTS exam, the interviewer drives the entire conversation in a particular direction because they are the ones who are conducting the interview, and it's more in format of discussion, and they'll ask you questions and you'll be answering. Whereas on the CELPIP exam, there are 8 different timed tasks and no task is related to the previous one. So it is very different. You have to keep an open mind and all the questions are very different from each other. The other difference is that most of the times the speaking exam of the IELTS is held or conducted on a different day than all the other sections, whereas CELPIP speaking is on the same day as all the other sections and it is last. So basically what happens is, by the time you go over all the different sections on the CELPIP exam, you are quite exhausted, and then there is a whole long speaking which you have to record as well. So this is, I would say, a disadvantage on CELPIP, whereas on IELTS you come with a fresh mind and you give your speaking to an interviewer. So overall, the IELTS exam is more fact-based and more information-based, whereas the CELPIP exam is more analytical, where you have to analyze behavior, scenarios and emotions as well. So now coming to the question that what you should select. So if you are someone who has previously given IELTS and have scored 6 to 6.5 bands and you are wanting to apply for immigration now, you should go in for IELTS again because you know the format better. And if you are someone who has previously got 7.5 bands in IELTS and you want to get a higher CRS score, you should go in for CELPIP because I think that CELPIP is more scoring and you can perform better and get a higher CRS score by giving CELPIP. I hope this video was informative for you. If you need more help on any of these exams, you can book a one-on-one session with me. You can find the link in description, and you can also follow me on my Instagram channel. Please share this video with your friends and family who are preparing for this exam. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask in the comment section, and do subscribe my channel for more such informative videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.